Interpretation of a small shop by the cloud, illuminating the warmth of ordinary lives. Chapter 1. The lamp by the cloud, lighting up how many hearts. If there's a lamp that could illuminate the softest corner of your heart, where would you choose to light it? Zhang Jiajia's A Small Shop by the Cloud is like a warm lamp, igniting countless readers' longing for family, love, and self-redemption. Set in Cloudside Town, the novel tells the story of Liu Shisan, his grandmother Wang Yingying, and the young girl Cheng Shuang, weaving a tender tapestry of laughter and tears in ordinary life that has touched millions of readers worldwide. Why does it pierce through the noise of urban life to strike the soul of every reader? Let's step into Cloudside Town, follow Liu Shisan's journey, and uncover the secrets behind this lamp. A Small Shop by the Cloud is not a grand epic, yet it moves hearts through the everyday lives of ordinary people. The story revolves around Liu Shisan, a young man lost in the city, who returns to his hometown of Cloudside Town, seeking meaning in familiar surroundings. His grandmother Wang Yingying's small shop is not only the story's starting point but also an emotional anchor, carrying family, memories, and hope. With humor and warmth, Zhang Jiajia paints vivid moments, Wang Yingying's nagging, Cheng Shuang's courage, and Liu Shisan's struggles, all feeling both distant and intimate. Since its publication, the novel has sold over 1 million copies in China, been translated into multiple languages, adapted into a film, and resonated widely. Why does a book about small-town life bring readers from different cultures to tears? The answer may lie in Zhang Jiajia's pen, with its heartfelt expressions of love and regret. The novel's charm is both specific and universal. Liu Shisan's confusion mirrors urban youth, Wang Yingying's resilience reflects countless elders, and Cheng Shuang's courage is a tribute to life's limits. To interpret this book, we must not only enter its story but also understand how it reflects our own lives. Whether it's Liu Shisan's hesitation or Wang Yingying's warmth, they act as mirrors, reflecting our desires for home, love, and self. Next, we'll start with Zhang Jiajia's creative background, gradually unveiling the novel's emotional core and exploring how it uses ordinary details to write extraordinary life philosophies. Chapter 2. Zhang Jiajia's pen, capturing the world's warmth and regret. To understand A Small Shop by the Cloud, we must explore Zhang Jiajia's creative journey. Once said, "I write stories to let those in the dark feel a ray of light." As a former film director turned writer, Zhang Jiajia's words carry a cinematic vividness and emotional depth. His earlier work, Passing Through Your World, a collection of short stories capturing urban emotional fragments, sold over 10 million copies, establishing his healing style. A Small Shop by the Cloud, his first full-length novel, took 3 years to write, pouring in deep reflections on hometown, family, and life's regrets. The book's creation stemmed from his childhood memories and focus on ordinary people's fates. Born in Nantong, Jiangsu, a place rich with water-town charm, Zhang Jiajia's childhood shuttled between town and city, blending rural simplicity with urban pace to form his unique narrative perspective. In a 2018 interview, he mentioned that writing A Small Shop by the Cloud came during a personal low, with his mother's passing prompting him to rethink the weight of family. This personal emotion infuses the novel, making Cloudside Town not just a fictional setting but a projection of his heart. Small Shop draws inspiration from a general store he visited as a child, selling not just candy and soda, but also holding the neighborhood's stories and warmth. The era's backdrop adds resonance. In early 20th century China, rapid urbanization left rural areas forgotten, with many, like Liu Shisan, drifting between city and hometown, searching for belonging. Zhang Jiajia captures this collective mood, using Cloudside Town's slow pace to counter urban anxiety. The small shop becomes a symbol, representing pure emotions diluted by modern life. Similarly, American author Ann Tyler, in her novel Breathing Lessons, explores family and personal choice through a small-town story, where her protagonist Maggie, after her mother's death, seeks to mend family rifts, discovering the coexistence of love and regret. Such stories echo a small shop by the cloud, reminding us that home is always the starting point of emotion, no matter where we are. Zhang Jiajia's style is light yet profound, using humor to soften weighty themes. For instance, the book states, "Life is like a chess game. Just when you think you'll win, someone flips the board." This conversational tone bridges the gap with readers while hiding deeper truths. His narrative carries a cinematic rhythm, with scene shifts like camera pans, immersing readers in Cloudside Town streets. This unique style gives the novel both literary depth and broad appeal. The writing process wasn't smooth. Zhang Jiajia shared on social media that he rewrote Liu Shisan's character dozens of times. Liu Shisan's confusion and growth reflect Zhang's observations of contemporary youth struggles. In the 2010s, China's economic boom brought job pressures, soaring housing costs, and identity anxieties. Liu Shisan's failures and return home echo this generation's collective experience. Similar emotions appear in Japanese author Haruki Murakami's Norwegian Wood, where protagonist Watanabe wanders between city and countryside, seeking self after losing a loved one. Both Zhang Jiajia and Murakami use individual stories to touch universal emotions of their times. Next, we'll follow Liu Shisan's growth, seeing how he finds answers in Cloudside Town. Chapter 3. Liu Shisan. From Confusion to Awakening, an ordinary hero. Liu Shisan is the heart of a small shop by the cloud, representing countless young people torn between city and countryside. An ordinary college graduate, he struggles in the city, facing career setbacks and failed romances. Returning to Cloudside Town, he seeks to rediscover himself, but finds his hometown changing, his grandmother Wang Yingying aging, the small shop fading, deepening his sense of powerlessness and confusion. His journey, from resistance to acceptance, is an ordinary person's heroic adventure. Liu Shisan's confusion stems from a sense of powerlessness over life. He once dreamed of becoming a success, but reality repeatedly humbles him. The book describes, he felt like a spinning top, whipped by others, turning until dizzy with no one caring. This metaphor vividly captures his plight, effort without direction. Such feelings are common in reality, like 27-year-old Eileen, a graphic designer in London, who chased artistic dreams after college, but felt lost amid high living costs and job competition. Visiting her hometown, her grandmother's garden reminded her of childhood's simple joys, prompting her to reassess life's meaning. Eileen's story mirrors Liu Shisan's, both seeking a reason to pause. In Cloudside Town, Liu Shisan's life shifts with Wang Yingying and Cheng Shuang's presence. His grandmother's resilience and humor teach him to face life's impermanence, while Cheng Shuang, a terminally ill yet optimistic girl, shows him another way to live. One night, watching stars outside the small shop, Cheng Shuang says, "Look, the stars are so far, but they still shine for whom?" This awakens Liu Shisan, prompting him to ponder life's purpose. His growth isn't instant but comes through failures and reflections, learning to embrace his imperfections. Liu Shisan's transformation aligns with psychologist Carol Dweck's growth mindset, where breakthroughs come from accepting and learning from failure. From resisting his return to taking over the small shop's operations, from avoiding emotions to facing Cheng Shuang's departure, Liu Shisan embodies this mindset. His story shows that ordinary people can find their light in struggle. Liu Shisan's growth also shines in his interactions with townsfolk. Initially, he feels estranged from Cloudside Town's community, even resistant. But through tasks like deliveries and road repairs, he integrates into the community. Once, helping neighbor Old Hang deliver rice, he hears stories of Hang's days working away, realizing everyone carries regrets and perseverance. His connections shift Liu Shisan from isolation to openness. His change recalls British author Jojo Moyes' Me Before You, where protagonist Lou grows from a self-conscious waitress to a caregiver, finding life's direction through human connections. Liu Shisan and Lou both learn to love and be loved in ordinary interactions. Liu Shisan's journey also redefines success for modern readers. In a consumerist era equating success with wealth and status, his story suggests success is reconciling with oneself and building genuine connections. His return isn't escape but confrontation. His persistence isn't about proving but guarding the small shop in his heart. Chapter 4. Wang Yingying. The great wisdom of the small shop. Wang Yingying is Cloudside Town's soul, her small shop not just a setting but a symbol of family and memory. As Liu Shisan's grandmother, she protects their home with humor and resilience, softening life's bitterness. Her image blends rural simplicity with transcendent wisdom, making her both relatable and admirable. Wang Yingying's life philosophy shines in her shop's management. Never preoccupied with gains or losses, whether letting neighbors buy on credit or cleaning up Liu Shisan's messes, she smiles. Life, you just keep living, and it works out. This openness stems from her deep understanding of life. The book notes, she mumbled while tallying accounts. Debt's fine. It's owing a heart that's trouble. This reveals her kindness and the novel's core, emotional bonds outweigh material wealth. Wang Yingying reminds us of real-life elders, like 73-year-old Maria, a grocer in a southern Italian village. Shop is the village hub, where kids buy candy and elders chat. She never presses debtors, often giving bread to struggling families, saying, "The shop is mine, but the stories belong to everyone." Maria's attitude mirrors Wang Yingying's, warming others with simple kindness. Wang Yingying's shop is more than a trading post. It's an emotional crossroads, holding Cloudside Town's collective memory. Her wisdom also shows in guiding Liu Shisan, never preaching but leading by example. She has him deliver goods, reconnecting him with the town's community, or share stories of past hardships and joys. In one scene, she recounts raising a family alone, calmly stating, "Back then, there was no choice but to push forward. Looking back, it's no big deal." This subtle teaching helps Liu Shisan grow unknowingly. Wang Yingying's role urges us to cherish elders, whose experience and love shelter us in life's storms. Her resilience shines in her attitude toward aging and frailty, never complaining about fate. She keeps the shop's lamp burning, guarding Liu Shisan's hope. One scene shows her arranging shelves at night, humming old songs under the light, her wrinkled face glowing. This evokes Marcel Proust's In Search of Lost Time, where the protagonist's grandmother sustains a family with love and wisdom in daily life. Wang Yingying is not only Cloudside Town's pillar but also the novel's emotional warmth. Her shop reflects the town's changes, from bustling to quiet, traditional to modern. She faces these shifts with calm, her composure reflecting timeless wisdom. Her story teaches that life's meaning lies not in possessions but in filling each moment with love. Chapter 5. Cheng Shuang. The radiant light of a fleeting life. Cheng Shuang is the novel's most dazzling yet heartbreaking character. Terminally ill, her life is brief like a meteor, yet her optimism and courage illuminate Liu Shisan's world. Her presence, like a beam of light, brightens Cloudside Town's ordinary days and Liu Shisan's heart. Cheng Shuang's optimism isn't blind positivity but a deep love for life. Knowing her time is short, she chooses to impact those around her. The book describes, she's like a flower blooming to its fullest, leaving fragrance even as it fades. She inspires Liu Shisan to chase dreams, restores his confidence, and spreads joy to the town's children with her smiles. Her courage recalls real-life figures like 15-year-old Laura Hitchens, a British cancer patient who raised over £1 million for research in her final months. Laura said, "I can't change the ending, but I can make the journey meaningful." Cheng Shuang and Laura show the infinite possibilities of a finite life. Cheng Shuang's interactions with Liu Shisan from the novel's emotional peak. Stargazing, delivering goods, facing life's uncertainties together, her illness contrasts with her love for life, teaching Liu Shisan to cherish each moment. On her sickbed, she tells him, "Don't fear failure. Fear not daring to try." This strikes Liu Shisan like a hammer, accelerating his transformation. Her departure becomes his turning point, making readers feel life's fragility and value. Cheng Shuang's image is elevated through Cloudside Town's imagery. Sitting on the shop's steps, gazing at clouds as if speaking to the sky, She embodies the town's transcendent essence. Her brief life shines like cloudside stars, fleeting yet eternal. The book notes, after Cheng Shuang left, Cloudside Town's sky seemed to gain a star. This is a tribute to her life and her lasting impact, lighting others' paths. Cheng Shuang's story prompts reflection on life's meaning. Philosopher Nietzsche said, "Life's value lies in how you face suffering." Cheng Shuang answers this by refusing to be defeated by pain, using smiles and actions to give life meaning. Her presence teaches Liu Shisan and the town to find hope in regret. Chapter 6, A Symphony of Family, Growth, and Redemption. The themes of A Small Shop by the Cloud family, growth, and redemption form a symphony resonating with readers' hearts. Family is the novel's driving force. Liu Shisan and Wang Yingying's grandparent-grandchild bond is its warmest foundation. Her nagging, tolerance, and quiet support give Liu Shisan a refuge in his confusion. The book states, "Home isn't a house, it's someone waiting for you." This portrayal of family transcends blood, pointing to unconditional love. Similar emotions appear in Japanese author Yasunari Kawabata's The Old Capital, where protagonist Chiko, seeking her birth parents, feels her adoptive parents' deep love and chooses to stay. Family's power lies in knowing there's always a place to return, no matter how far we roam. Family extends beyond Liu Shisan and Wang Yingying to Cloudside Town's community. Neighbor Grandma chats at the shop, sharing family tales. Old Heng gives Liu Shisan homemade pickles during deliveries. These small acts form the town's warm backdrop. In reality, similar bonds exist, like Noah, a Mexican small-town calf owner, offering free breakfasts to lonely elders, making his calf the community's living room. Noah says, "We're not kin, but we're family," echoing Cloudside Town's spirit. Growth is Liu Shisan's arc, from a lost youth to someone who faces failure and accepts himself. His growth is fraught with setbacks and tears. Psychologist Maslow's hierarchy of needs suggests self-actualization requires belonging and love. In Cloudside Town, Liu Shisan finds belonging and learns to love himself and others. His story teaches that growth isn't becoming society's success but a better self. Liu Shisan redefines failure, initially seeing it as shame, fearing others' judgment. Under Cheng Shuang and Wang Yingying's influence, he learns failure is part of growth. The book describes, looking at the shop's lamp, Liu Shisan felt it was like him faint but still shining. This shift moves him from insecurity to confidence. Similar stories exist, like 33-year-old Cheng Ji, a Chinese indie musician who quit after poor album sales but regained courage when audiences wept at his hometown festival. Cheng Ji and Liu Shisan show growth is rising after falling. Redemption is the novel's soul, from Liu Shisan's self-redemption to Cheng Shuang's healing of the town, pointing to spiritual rebirth. The small shop, as a symbol, represents redemption's possibility, not just a trading post but an emotional repair station. The book notes, in the shop, shelves hold goods, behind them, stories. This recalls real-world scenes, like a New York community bookstore where owner James offered free coffee and reading space during an economic crisis, giving hope to the jobless. The shop reminds us redemption hides in ordinary corners. Redemption also shows in Liu Shisan's reconciliation with his past, blaming himself for his mother's early death. Through time with Wang Yingying, he learns to forgive himself. Finding his mother's youthful photo in her old album, he weeps but feels release. This emotional liberation marks redemption's start, prompting us to ask, how do we find strength to move forward amid regret? Chapter 7, Beyond the Cloud. Life's Answers. A Small Shop by the Cloud is more than a novel. It's a mirror reflecting the heart. Through Cloudside Town's story, it shows how to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, hope in regret. At the novel's end, Liu Shisan chooses to stay in Cloudside Town, running the shop not just a promise to his grandmother but his own redemption. He learns to face life's uncertainties with love and perseverance. Zhang Jiajia said in an interview, "I write for those who cry quietly at night, for their stories." A Small Shop by the Cloud is for them, reminding us that no matter how tough life gets, a lamp awaits by the cloud. As Swedish author Fredrik Backman writes in A Man Called Ove, life's meaning isn't how far you travel but knowing why you set out. Liu Shisan's story makes us ask, why do we live? For whom do we live? The book's significance transcends literature. It urges us to re-examine the value of family, growth, and redemption, encouraging us to pause in our fast-paced lives and notice those around us. The small shop is not just Cloudside Town's symbol but a refuge in every heart. It reminds us that every small act, a cup of tea, a greeting, a hug, can be redemption's start. The novel's philosophy lies in its view of regret. Life is full of regrets. Liu Shisan's unfulfilled love, Cheng Shuang's short life, Wang Yingying's fading years, all unchangeable realities. Yet Zhang Jiajia's warm pen shows regret isn't the end but life's backdrop. The book says, some people, once missed, are gone forever, but you must learn to move forward with regret. Acceptance of regret gives the novel its healing power. In reality, many face regret their way, like 46-year-old Sofia, a Brazilian single mother who, after losing her husband, felt guilty for not giving her kids a better life. With community support, she opened a flower shop, spreading hope. Sofia says, I can't change the past, but I can make tomorrow brighter. Her story aligns with a small shop by the cloudy spirit. No matter how hard life is, there's strength to move on. The novel's charm also lies in rediscovering life's details. Outside Town's misty mornings, the shop's flickering lamp, nights with Cheng Shuang and Liu Shisan stargazing, these poetic scenes reveal life's beauty. The novel reminds us happiness hides in daily fragments, family laughter, friends' company, strangers' kindness. As British poet William Blake said, to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Cloudside Town's story teaches us to see the world anew. Ultimately, the book's meaning is in awakening our longing for love. Family, friendship, and love are Cloudside Town's lamps, illuminating Liu Shisan and us. Perhaps we all have a Cloudside Town in our hearts, a small shop waiting to be lit. May we find our lamp by the cloud, carrying love and hope forward.